Hey, I'm Chris Robin, aka at Detroit Beastie, here with Team Rise or Fall for your Thursday, June 16th edition of Beasties Boomers. We have I would say, a consolidated day of baseball here. Only 9 games all day. You love to see that. That one locks at 105. And then the main slate is what I'm normally after: 5 games on FanDuel, 4 on DK, and 5 games on Yahoo. I need to start getting into Yahoo a little bit more. The price tags are phenomenal. The scoring is phenomenal. You know what else is phenomenal? The Team Rise or Fall Study Hub, their stacks tool, their projections, and their cores. You get there. Go check that out. When you get to the website, use promo code Beastie. You'll get $10 off your first month of premium services, and you could play along at home. I don't know why that seems like such a good idea. Grabbing a pen and a piece of paper, a sticky note, pencil, whatever you want to do, and you can play along at home. We can share screens and go from there. I love the idea of everybody with the Team Rise or Fall family sharing their thoughts and ideas in the Discord. To do that, just hit the website, promo code Beastie, and we are off and running. Let's get into the study hub today. Maybe some stack stuff, maybe some projection stuff. I don't know. It's Thursday, and let's get to it. Hey, hello, and we are back. Thanks for joining me here. And as you can see, this is the Rise or Fall Study Hub homepage, or excuse me, the FanDuel section of the Study Hub. And I want to talk about, again, there's a bunch of games on 9 all day, 5 on main slate for FanDuel, only 4 DK. Yahoo's the same thing, 5 on main slate. So our selections here are, I'm not saying that everything is going to be pretty even across the board ownership percentage, but off the success and the strength of the San Diego stack last night, instead of getting wild, I rarely play it safe, but I want to stack the Texas Rangers tonight, playing downtown Detroit against the Tigers. As you can see, there's a whole lot going on here, but I want to bring up Texas briefly, and we're going to get into that here. I got a few things I want to say about the Tigers really quick. Obviously, my Twitter name is at Detroit Beastie, born and raised here. The Tigers are awful right now, and so much so that they had a closed door meeting, team only meeting yesterday after the game, and all the reporters, all the news crews, they couldn't stop tweeting about it because the clubhouse was literally closed, if I'm not mistaken, for well over an hour, maybe even pushing 2 hours here, because they lost 13-0, and it was like 95 degrees yesterday. Everybody showed up to the ballpark and they got completely embarrassed. They were pissed off. They split, and here we go. So, in a way, stacking any team against the Tigers right now is low-hanging fruit, but that's okay. It's going to take a little bit of chalk. Actually, with such a small-ish slate tonight, it's okay to mix in a little bit of chalk, but you have to be right on that one. Again, folks are going to gravitate towards the Yankees. Cleveland's still playing at Coors Field against Colorado. Toronto is going tonight against Baltimore. I think that game is lower scored than people think. So again, let's double down. We'll have 2 back-to-back days of success, and we'll get off and running with some positive momentum. There's no harm in looking for that low-hanging, juicy fruit. Enough with the nonsense. Let's talk about Texas. Shall we? When we look at today's schedule, I think Bo Brisk is pitching for the Tigers. Not good. 1-5 ERA, over 4.3, only 31 Ks, 15 walks. His whip is 1.28, and the Tigers are going to have to go against Martin Perez tonight. And I've seen some tweets already today about, and I'm just looking around as I'm talking so we can move the screen along and all that. And I've seen a lot of tweets today. Martin Perez is like over 10K on FanDuel, and people are tweeting, one's not like the other. And I would imagine they're talking about Martin Perez, but he's 4-2. ERA 2.18, 60 strikeouts, only 18 bases on balls. His whip is stellar. Not beautiful, but it's stellar at 1.12. Let's get into these players here. And again, the Tigers are in a bad way right now. I want to start off with Marcus Simeone. Looks to be batting leadoff at second base. Has Simeone finally found his steam already? I mean, the first month and a half of the season was awful. Texas and us DFS players were like, what happened? This guy signs a big contract and he stinks. Simeone 3-2 on FanDuel, 4-6 on DK, only $21 on Yahoo here. And you can see on the FanDuel portion of it all, his tier and his value tier and his projection tier, all A pluses across the board, 7.9% ownership. That's all well and good. As I said, only 5 games on the main slate, so it's going to be my team versus your team. Going to be a lot of free squares, so I would imagine today's slate is going to come down to literally 2 or or three other players or roster spots, as we all have a pretty close, set of teams here, especially if you're going to max enter contests and with all the optimizers going around here. Let's look at Marcus Simeon's projection here, 12.78. You love to see that. Ownership percentage again, 7.9. AA across the board. You love to see that one. Let's move down the list, and we're going to type in Corey Seeger. I've always had something for him. He's been my golden goose. I remember picking this kid up when he was in like high school or when he was drafted in single A, and now massive contract, left-handed bat, 3.2 on FanDuel, 4.9 on DK, and only $15 on Yahoo. Across the board here, everything you want in a shortstop today. Look at this one, 13.01. As I said, AA, not Alcoholics Anonymous. We're talking A+ tier, A+ projection, and we go from there. 7.8%. So already you're looking at Simeon along the same line, 7.9, Corey Seager 7.8, and it's awesome because in a way, I would imagine Seager's not even going to be what? Correct me if I'm wrong here. You can call me out in the comments, but I would imagine there's probably going to be 3 or 4 other shortstops going today that people are going to gravitate towards until it gets into the afternoon, until people see that the Tigers are at home again against Texas. Everybody's going to flock to the Rangers, and again, it's okay. We call it a slump buster or low-hanging fruit, but 2 back-to-back days of success. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's go down the list. In the 3 spot, right field, Ardolas Garcia, 3.9 on FanDuel, 4.6 on DK, $20 on Yahoo. I had no idea, dude. This guy's hit 12 bombs and he's stolen 10 bases. I had no flipping idea that Ardolas Garcia would run on the base pass. I mean, maybe you did, and that's all well and good. We're learning and rolling as we're moving along here. But Ardolas Garcia, 7.5% ownership. When you look at his DK projection tier, A, spotless. His value tier is a B, and that's okay. I'll go back to the ownership percentage, 7.5%. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the WOBA and the ISO. I bring up that glossary or navigation tool all the time. His WOBA 3.38, slightly above average, but not yet elite, and that's all well and good. We just want him for one night, right? One night only. He's in town. Actually, Texas is in town for a couple games, so I can't promote it that way. Let's look over here on his projections on FanDuel, at least. Look at that one, 13.21, A and a C, ownership percentage only 6%. So in the 3 spot against an unbelievably bad struggling Tigers team, I'm almost certain Garcia hits a bomb. I'm almost certain Garcia steals a base as well. So you can look for the Beastie Boomer graphic on Ardolas Garcia shortly after this video in the early afternoon. Let's go down to the 4 spot really quick, and I'll speed up these last 2 guys. And again, I'm going to mention 5 players just in case. You can mix and match. No harm in that one. We'll go on FanDuel for this one, and it's Cole Calhoun. This guy's traveled all over the world, all over the country playing baseball, and he's kind of settled in with Texas so far. 21 runs, 24 ribbies, 7 home runs, 1 stolen base. And when you look at Cole Calhoun, guy's always had pop, massive power, and he was on a little bit of a hot streak, a few weeks ago. He started to cool off, and that's all well and good. Look at his ownership percentage, 3.9%. We can get him at just a slight discount, and who's to say this entire Texas team, including Cole Calhoun, doesn't really find their rhythm in this one, or guys that are slumping, guys that are, looking for their first home run in 10, 20 ABs, don't just really get click and get moving here. And as a Detroit fan, whether it's the Tigers or Lions here, I'm already predisposed to opposing teams coming into Detroit and really finding their stride because the opposing team is so bad. Let's look at Cole Calhoun's projections. I think I already brought that up. No, we're still on Ardolas Garcia. Excuse me. Let's look up Calhoun briefly, and then I'm going to mention, Jonah Heim, the switch hitting catcher, and we'll get the heck out of here. Look at all his projections. Tier value is a B, tier value is an A. Projection tier is a B. Ownership percentage, very sweet here. Let's talk about Jonah Heim really quick, and we will get the heck out of here. There's something, Jonah Heim could be one of those players, as I was alluding to. Everyone's going to be stacked up with chalk, and everybody's going to do well. A lot of free squares, a lot of canceling out. We need a guy or two that's going to set our lineups apart. That was the whole idea of a bottom of the barrel, if you remember correctly. I'm almost certain Jonah Heim can be that guy at only 1.9% ownership. And I don't want to say catcher is a premium position, but on FanDuel at least, you you can do a first baseman catcher kind of combo here, and I'm going to roll with Jonah Heim. If Cole Calhoun and Jonah Heim are both active, I might consider Heim over Calhoun, or just build two separate lines. One with, Simeone, Seeger, Garcia, Calhoun. The second one with Simeone, Seeger, Garcia, and Jonah Heim. Let's bring my face back in and we'll get the heck out of here. Hey, and here we are. Thanks for coming along this ride with me on Thursday, June 16th. So happy you're here. If you'd be so kind to leave a comment, like, or share on this video, and we can really bump this thing up and get this information shared across the board here. I'm not the smartest man in any room, but I do enjoy having fun. I do enjoy chatting with all of you, because the more people that this video reaches, the more DFS conversations we can have. It's not in any way about me. It's about the DFS community as a whole. Love to meet new folks, share ideas, and really dig into this stuff. Do me a favor, go to the website, use promo code BEASTIE. You'll get $10 off your first month of premium services, and we can do this every day. You can play along as I'm going through it. I know you already got a pen and a piece of paper. Let's take that next step. Let's go to the website, let's have a membership, and let's really get rolling here, as it is now the middle of June. So the best is yet to come in the summer. The best is yet to come with the MLB DFS stuff. So hang around, and I'll see you soon tomorrow for Friday, June 17th. Until I see you then, stay cool, be hydrated, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.